if not the first album that actually does mix. Mr. Daniel Chikozi Jr., aka Navio. Welcome to this amazing experience. All right, Danny, welcome. Please have a seat and welcome to this experience. The gentleman that I'm in front of you is a historic project that is being launched today. And on top of that, we shall also be having a Q&A. And so please, I would like
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Navio, Daniel Chikozi, for those who know me. Grew up here in Kampala. You know, I want to thank all of you guys, first of all, for making it down here and being a part of the project. I want to thank all the amazing people up here as well for being involved. There were so many different crews working on so many different aspects of it. Of course, you've seen what we've done as far as the video production, but there was a huge interest in what we were doing as far as the music as well. So I want to send a big shout out to everyone who was involved in the music side, which is what we're celebrating here today, alongside a celebration of the show for this season and what it's meant to so many people out there. When we started off the project, we wanted to do something that was fun. We found that we were going to places And as an artist, you do 100, 150 shows a year. A lot of those are outside of Kampala. And we're like, what happens when we take people along with us? See the vision, you know, like you know, we'll be there standing on top of a rock, you know, somewhere in Tororo, and we'll be like, wow, look at that view. And there's only 3 of us there. There's only so many people you can capture. So I feel like the amplification that has happened through an NBS, for example, is so great, because now when we turn around and we say, look at that sunset, look at that, you know, look at Naruale right now, you know, check out these fruits and these foods, the things we talk about and we want the rest of Uganda to know about. At least now we have a way to get that into people's living rooms, so that's a beautiful thing. But also remember, apart from the eyes and what you're seeing, there is the ear, the different languages that people are speaking. You know, I have friends that I grew up with who have literally only been to Entebbe and back. And they're rich, by the way. They really have no excuse. You know, like barrows, the barrows of this world. So I thought it was some, you know, people in our, I won't say age range, because then you'll ask questions. But some, you know, there are people in a certain bracket who don't move and don't travel. They feel like it's not cool, or it's not something they should do, you know, and they don't find time for it in their schedule. And I think that's another thing we wanted to change the narrative on, was that we can be Ugandan, you can be urban. There's no way you should be going to Dubai before Morocco. There's no way you should be, you know, going to, you know, traveling the world before you know what's right under your nose and the beauty that you can have, and the substance and the, you know, domestic tourism destinations you can go to that are right under your nose. So, as well, you know, hearing the music, that aspect of it, we decided to really give that its fair attention. Every episode finishes where we blend with, whether it's a local choir, whether it's an old man that has a singing voice, you know, whether it's, you know, children in a school. We end every episode using the sights and sounds of what we've seen. We're not going to manage to capture all of it. We're not going to manage to capture all the beauty of it, but we can capture at least some of it and record it and put it down, you know, for our people to know about, you know, throughout the country. We need to learn about each other. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let me leave it there for now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys all again. Big up to Hennessy, who's come along for the journey. Big up to Pepsi. Big up Aura, Uber, and of course, it goes without saying, NBS, 8 p.m. every Thursday. We are together.
Tonight?
Yes, Navio X project, so yeah,
Great.
keep it chill.
Now, if you are...
People want more. Yeah, this one's called Joy Joy featuring Ayesi. Get ready.
This king got swag, but that's not what we loyal. Respect him for that word and hands yours as a boyo. King is UG, that's all
We have someone from the Bagisu who really wants to hear their song. Should we, or Guru?
There's someone in the back from Bugis.
Hey.
Yeah, and she's wearing yellow.
Oh, hey. She wants her song?
Yes.
Press, do you mind before questions? One verse quickly.
Yeah.
The song is called Lidembe. Do you know the word?
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
Are you good?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
First of all, briefly tell us about the story.
Navio X project came out of necessity. I'm seeing more and more of us are coming into the world not knowing each other, not knowing, thinking that we're different from each other. It's all well and good when someone calls me a Muslim, but when I also don't know what the difference are between my people, then they have a right. So it ends up being in a situation where, you know, we can all end up as strangers. We can all end up actually not knowing anything about Uganda, you know. for most of us, the tribe we're born into is the only tribe that we can tell you about. And I feel like, personally, that is wrong. You know, we need to have a situation where we're able to share each other's culture. It's not a far distance. Uganda's one of the smallest countries. We have no excuse for not knowing, you know, what's happening 6 hours, 7 hours away.
Okay, mainly what is the essence of the album?
The album is about bringing together culture on one project. So we were able to work with some of the best and brightest minds, you know, whether it be elders, whether it be a children's choir. We want specific. Nile Beat, for example, was one of the troops that we worked with. So sometimes it's a troop, and other times it's a troop, and other times it's just an individual. We'll find an elder who can sing, and we start. I think because of the fact that we didn't have so many rules and not too many sponsors on board, we were free to just be artists, free to just be appreciators. And I think that's what people like. They're like, man, we really love the way you guys talk on the show. I'm like, it's just natural. It's natural. That's how we talk with each other. That's how everyone talks as they move through a place. We're not trying to do 100 things in one day. We do 1 or 2 things, and we keep it light, because that is how people travel. They don't travel with the intention to do 100 things. Yeah.
We always told about stories of culture, which are so hard. How easy and hard was it for you linking up with different cultures?
For me, it's easy because I think for me the number one thing has always been respect. I got a big awakening going to South Africa, for example. I was in South Africa for 6 years through my high school and university, and there you're outside. You know, you're catching those taxis. You're going downtown to record. I used to go to Dimong's house, who was an underground producer by then. Now he's big, but we used to record in his bathroom. We used to set up the microphone. We put mattresses and we record in his bathroom because, you know, we couldn't get to proper big studios in South Africa. It's very expensive. And on those, I think there's where I learned respect. If you go into a situation and you want to walk into someone's territory and be the big boss, and, you know, people always tell me, you're so humble. I'm not being humble, I'm being respectful. You know, there's another world that people don't see, you know, where you can get in a serious situation. And with the crime levels there, every bit of turf that you walk on, people feel like they own it. The same way that, you know, so that is where maybe I learned to interact with people respectfully. And, you know, people were very surprised. They're like, you know, that clan you're going to in the Karamajong, they don't like people. They don't like people coming around, being around. But I went there, I was respectful. I'd used what I'd learned in South Africa. And now I'm one of the tribe. I have a name from there, Lodongo Navio. And you know, they were like, man, you need to call this guy music man, because he's been dancing for 3 hours. They're used to someone coming, dance with them for 10 minutes. Oh, then I sit down, I have a camera in your face. And I wasn't doing that. I really wanted to sit down with them, eat meals, go to their huts, relax, chill, find out what they do with cattle. Like I said, I'd send a team there. You know, sometimes we'd be there. I'd be there with them when I could, if I wasn't performing. We'd be there like a day and a half. But you don't see all of that on camera. You just see us enjoying ourselves. So we finished every episode doing what I do best, which is music. I was like, the way I've seen music move, you know, from the nominations I've had across the world, I know what traditional music can do. And I think we need to believe in it. We're not going to get anywhere by stealing a bit of reggae or stealing a bit of Nigeria sound or stealing a bit. I believe that the answer for us making it is still in our own music, it's in our own cultures. So this is step one to get there.
You moved across Uganda and you tested different sounds. What would you describe as Ugandan sound?
Ugandan sound, I think, is mostly in the rhythm. You see, with music around the world, they go on a 4 count. With us, it's a 3 count. Most tribes do a 3 count. And that's really interesting, and it's different.
What is that common instrument that you witnessed in each and every region?
Man, Ngalabi.
Ngalabi is everywhere.
It's everywhere. That thing it moves in a lot of tribes. Of course, you have the huge drums. And the drums differ as well. You have so many types of drums. Djembe is around, but yeah, there are a lot of commonalities. And you have to understand, when you go back and you look at the histories, you have one of our kawakas bringing people down from a chevando that is in Basogaland to a chevando here, and setting up musicians there so that they can play for him, fusing their music with our music. That's why some people are like, oh, Basoga and our cultures are similar. It's not a thing where they've learned from us only. We've also learned from the guys who came from the original chevando and were put here with the instruments to play for the kawaka hundreds of years ago. That's information I would never know. You never get to. You just be like, hey, those people, someone copied someone, or someone, you know, without seeing that, hey, it was actually an exchange, a back and forth of cultures that has made what we have today. So it's that type of information that I think is crucial, and I'm dying for people to know and accept and start learning. Yeah.
To the people that you visited, what are they really gaining from the Navio X project, apart from just showing the world what they have as the beauty?
Yeah, I think, of course, when we leave there, we're using troops. We like to also use crews on ground. We use the guides from there. We're staying in hotels, motels. We're staying in campsites. So we're definitely helping the local economy. We're an exciting crew. You know, when we come to town, sometimes we're doing shows. Those shows generate money for the security, for the askaris, for the people giving us equipment. We bring money, basically.
To the people.
We bring money to the people working directly for the show, but it's not about that. It's about empowering the guys. We let them know your culture is beautiful. Your culture should be shown on a national level. You know, people are always like, man, you know, Ugandans don't appreciate us. I'm like, let me give them a reason. Let me put what you think is beautiful about your culture. Let me put that on television and let Uganda decide for themselves.
Okay, Navio, because of time, let's move to the album. How many songs are on the album, and how can we stream?
Your X project, the X is there because it's 10 songs. 10 songs on the album. And that's the, for those who are not good at maths, X or Roman numerals, X is 10. So it's 10 songs on the Navio X project. Beautiful medley of songs. We have George the Poet, you know, one of the most famous poets in the world, not just Uganda. He's Ugandan and from Fumbe clan, so that was a bonus. We have Giraffe clan, we have Ayesiga from Toro, Giraffe clan are from Karamoja. We have a lot of the unknown artists that have either been big in their places, like we worked with the one and only Ndabaho from Kabale to redo one of his songs up there, you know, overlooking the lake. It was really a beautiful medley of songs. So the Navio X project comes out midnight. Tonight you'll be able to stream the album. Make sure you share it. And yeah, man, if you're in Musonga, if you're from Karamoja, if you have an uncle from Butaleja, if you're, you know, wherever you're from, Kabale, make sure you tune into the album and see what's up. And know that this is volume 1 of 5. So we're definitely going to get to every single tribe. You know, it's just a matter of time now.
Okay, Navio, I did see you with some international stars abroad. I think you were at the Grammys. Should we expect something from maybe a collaboration?
Yeah, one is already out. It's called Solo, featuring the Les, who is the most endearing, he's the legacy brand as far as hip hop is concerned. The Les, so I have a song with him, and that just came out. Solo, and that's going to be hitting your airways really soon. I'm excited about that one. And yeah, there's a lot more music, but mostly connections. Mostly we've got connections to help the youth. We're going to be setting up an academy soon for training artists, and it's also going to be helping artists also market themselves. Yeah.
I think you have some questions. Yeah.
Our culture has embraced the album issue, but they hide why the album?
Because I think we need to compete on a world level. If you walk into an office somewhere, maybe the reason we haven't been getting where we're supposed to is because we keep handing them singles. They want to know about an artist. What can you do in more than one song? Yeah, more than one single. You know, they want to know that you can consistently produce at a level. So you can get people to write for you. You can get, you know, whatever you need to do to make those songs hot. But we need to start competing in at least the EP space. You know, someone gets signed internationally tomorrow. You can't tell the label, oh, hey, no, me, I only do singles. One single every 6 months.
But are they paying off? fall upon the other one?
I mean, you see, you get your royalties. So a song that you don't even think is big is going to be the one paying you. A song that has never played in Kampala, when I do stuttering remix with Fifi Dobson, the people who are in those areas will understand. When I do that song, it's sang word for word. It has never played in Kampala. But if I do it in Gulu, in the north, even the west actually, it's a huge song. It's a huge song. And yeah, it's those kind of differences. So that would be paying me. If we're getting our royalties, that would be paying me, because that was the #1 song for like 8 months up there. So if we're getting our royalties, that song would be paying me without me doing anything. But we're not getting our royalties. So we think that you just have to concentrate on one song, make it hot in Kampala, so promoters can pay you. Radio has to pay you. TV should be paying you. Promoters should be paying you. Endorsements should be paying you. Clubs should be paying you. Taxis should be paying you. In other parts of the world, they pay a tax. Taxis pay a tax for having radios in their car. And it's not about a radio playing Ugandan music. Any radio. Radio stations here, when they were told, hey, since you're playing Ugandan music, you have to pay. 3 or 4 stations stop playing. If I was in charge at UCC, I'd switch off your radio. You're here not to contribute, you're here to play international music only. Does that make sense? You're telling me you're a radio station, and because and you're not doing your duty. One, you're either going to continue pay, or get switched off. Because if you're not here to support culture, that's ethically wrong. I'm going to set up a hospital and say I only treat white people. Does that make sense? Hey, sorry, Musoga. No. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm saying. But I'm saying. You know, I won't treat you. Yeah. He doesn't. Explain to him later. So no.
Mr. Malevo.
So imagine doing that. You set up a hospital and you only cater to white people. Yeah, and then you come here and you only play international music. It doesn't make sense.
So you have been in the industry for 2 years?
No.
Plus.
Your age.
Plus.
How old are you?
Plus. You want to cause problems now.
How old are you?
Let's keep it not
25. Yeah.
Okay, you have been in the industry for 2+ years.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen any rap or MC and an after. Why?
You haven't seen any? Is it? Don't MC? You see, I come from, because I don't necessarily, I've been in contracts before with big labels, Universal, Sony. I never want an artist to feel like they're under my label, one. But if you want to talk about artists that I help break up, you can put GNL on that list. You know what I mean? I've mentored a bunch of other acts, you know, when it comes to Keko, Flex, me and The Myth have been mentors for each other. It's very difficult to look at Uganda now in terms of rap and see an artist that I haven't helped someone. So.
Thank you so much.
I said Flex. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Navio.
The last one.
Let's keep it.
Some rappers have taken a shortcut using their reggae beats. What do you think about that?
I think hip hop came out of blues and jazz music. That's where that hip hop sound. Of course, we know that poetry, tontoma. We've been rapping for thousands of years here, but we can do it on anything. If I'm in Jamaica and I'm a hip hop guy, but I'm hearing those kind of beats, I might rap on them. That's what's commercially working here. If you now take whichever rappers are popping and you take them to Texas, and country music is big there, they might start rapping on that, and that might work. That's how you have people like get big from country music, like a Lil Nas X or whatever, because they're rapping over beats that are popping. So hip hop doesn't mind, you know, if you're a good rapper, it's part of hip hop, and hip hop is more culture. So you have the hip hop, you have everyone dressing like rappers now, from Jamaicans to guys here. Everyone dresses hip hop. Before they used to criticize us for it. Reggae ragga guys used to wear big hats with the colorful, you know, the shirts and the chains made of wood. Now they're blinging out. They're dressing like rappers. That's happened with Jamaican music. That's happened with pop artists, because we have hip hop culture in fashion, culture, graffiti, the way you make your posters. That's a hip hop look. So we're more of a culture than anything else. And we welcome all sounds, all beats, everything. You know what I mean? If you're dope, you're dope.